Hey there, Wisconsin. This is Gage from Is It Scary, Wisconsin. Tonight I'm with Jenna and Justin, and tonight we are covering the Berlin Tannery Stressor Manor. I
Yep.
believe it's
Yes.
the new one's called.
Yep.
Perfect. And all the way in Berlin, Wisconsin.
So this is
Jenna,
about what, like an hour and 20 minutes?
an hour and no, just an hour and 10 minutes. So it
Hour
was
and
an hour
10,
20
yeah.
from where you were.
Yeah, not too
Justin,
bad.
go ahead and take it away.
Yeah, I'm going to take it away. So we've actually had a few people from the Berlin Tannery location kind of reach out to us in the comments section for a few years in a row now and want us to come check out the haunt. And we finally made it out there. We called an audible. We had plans for the last night of the year to go to Fear Fest, but a few things happened and it led to us going to the Berlin Tannery. To be fair, I'm glad we did go because it is a haunt I've been wanting to see. And it was actually a haunt that was number one on my list last year. So we're going to jump into it. As always, we review things. Scenery, sounds, scares, actors, fun, most valuable actor. Everything comes together out of 100 points. And then we have a nice little grading scale we'll give you guys at the end. But we're going to check this out. My girlfriend wrote in and said 78 out of 100. There were very, very few jump scares. Some of the actors didn't really seem like they had a clear path of what they were supposed to be doing. But that being said, the show was still good. I enjoyed it, but it definitely could have been better. 78 out of 100. And I'm going to jump in here. Scenery, aesthetic, 3 out of 5. Theme, 3 out of 5. Props, 3 out of 5. Lighting, 5 out of 5. So one of the first haunts I've given a 5 out of 5 to on lighting. It kind of reminded me of Camp Tapawingo with how it used lighting, and they did a very, very, very good job in this case. Continuity, 4 out of 5 for a total of 18 out of 25. Sound, volume, 3 out of 5. Theme, 3 out of 5. Actor sounds, 3 out of 5. Atmosphere, 5 out of 5. Music, 3 out of 5. Didn't really notice anything for a score of 17 out of 25. Scares. Effort was 4 out of 5. Masks and makeup, whatever masks and makeup there was, 3 out of 5. Phobias, 3 out of 5. Didn't really notice anything major. Hiding, 4 out of 5. There were some pretty good ones that I didn't quite see or expect. Some behind the door scares that came pretty suddenly. Jump scares, I guess 4 out of 5. In that 3 out of 5, 4 out of 5 range, I kind of lean more towards 4 out of 5 because I feel like I saw more of the scares that were happening and found myself saying, yeah, if that was me, would have got me. Even the loud noise back here at the back of the group got me pretty good for a final score of 18 out of 25. Actors, energy, 5 out of 5. Scary, 3 out of 5. In character, 5 out of 5. We did have an actor accidentally step on Jenna and break character to apologize, but we're not really gonna dock for that because I feel like that was just a bad situation all around. I don't think it was intentional. Jenna, you can give you can give thoughts on that if you want. So actors, 13 out of 15. Was it fun? Yeah, it was fun. Gave it 10 points for that. The MVAs for tonight were the 3 boys in the kitchen, cussing and screaming and swearing.
Whose kitchen was it?
I don't know. I think it was the one guy with the shorter mushroom cut. It was his kitchen. It was. So those 3, for as wild and crazy as they acted, that scene felt complete. That scene felt really complete. And I liked the way those guys did that. They took something that wasn't scary at all. And I found myself walking out of that room like, okay, these guys are really unhinged, but it was funny. I mean, I walked out of that room like laughing my ass off. Like, I would like to know these guys outside of the haunt. I bet you these guys are hilarious. It was one of the most memorable rooms for me. And the head nurse, who was asking all the questions about me, and you guys were admitting me to the insane asylum to see the doctor. She was wonderful. She was one of the most adult actors in the haunt, and really, really well done. My final score for this haunt is a 76 out of 100. The last tier of being a good haunt, but it was still a good haunt, and it was enjoyable. I have some thoughts.
I have some thoughts.
I told
Pulls
you,
out a whole
Jenna,
paper
I told
sheet.
you I
Like,
wasn't
like
messing
that.
around this time. The storytelling and interactivity at the Berlin Tannery is nothing short of outstanding. My low score aside, it was outstanding. It felt like each scene and room had a different spirit, actor, or creature for us to interact with. The scenery upstairs was good. Not great, not bad. It was good. There was a lot of palletized walls and makeshift fake rooms with draped plastic to conceal the previous scene. This does work, but it is a bit tacky. I liked the hold harmless agreement that you signed. It doesn't do anything either way. If you get seriously injured, you can still sue the shit out of them. But it's a really nice touch. Now, you can't sue them if you trip and fall and break your nose. You're choosing to go to the event. But if gross negligence comes into play, that hold harmless goes right out the window. But I like it. It starts an atmosphere or a feeling. I do. When you're signing that, you're like, what am I getting myself into? That's a really nice touch. And I think you still have to do that even if you do like the ghost tours. I think you still have to sign that hold harmless agreement as well. There is definitely some training needed for some of the younger actors. Shouting "get out" is a haunt actor no-no, like shouting "boo." And a lot of the actors were doing this. Mainly the younger ones. A little education and practice will go a long way into teaching these young haunters new techniques. It will make the haunt significantly better for future experiences. The atmosphere here is excellent. The hold harmless agreement also helped with the atmosphere. And each room helped to build my anticipation. As we got deeper and deeper and deeper into the Berlin Tannery, I kept waiting for this big scare. Unfortunately, there was all this buildup and no big finale scare. The go home scare was non-existent. The haunt overall was lacking in big scares and heavy hitters, with many of the jumps caused by a loud voice or a clever hiding from one of their smaller actors. This only can carry your event so far, especially for grown-ass adults. Being chased by a chainsaw is a really nice touch, but I've had that happen so many times, it no longer scares me or affects me in any way, because I know there's no chain on it. Some of the haunt was really good, with some scenes being planned and scripted really well. And the actors clearly understood their part in those scenes. Some, not so much. Some practice is needed to take this haunt to the next level. It feels like this haunt is easily above others like Terror on the Fox or the Morgue, but it pales in comparison to the Realm of Darkness and Revenge Haunt. Overall good, but needs work, 76 out of 100. Next.
Justin, we need to make videos really short and quick and concise. Also, Justin, takes 15 minutes to explain 2-page worth of notes.
It was my first time going through this haunt, and I had a lot of it. I had a lot of points I wanted to make to them, because these are like some very easily fixable things that will make that haunt 5 times better than it is.
I want to start off my review with saying, Jenna, did you want to go or do you want to go last?
I don't really care.
Jenna, you go ahead. I'll start. I'll go last.
Okay. Well, my review is a lot different than Justin's. I really liked this haunt. Like I thought it was so much fun, and I scored it a lot higher. Um, I will not apologize for scoring it higher
You
because
should. You shouldn't.
You should.
I really liked this haunt. I let's get right into it. Scenery. I gave you all fives. I loved everything. I loved all the colors. I loved how everything like looked. I thought it was just so cool and all the different types of lights that they used, and I thought they did so well with the spacing between everything. Like they knew how to stall you so you wouldn't run into groups, but you didn't feel like bored with it. Like you I thought it was very well. We didn't run into any groups. Um Sounds, nothing was too loud or overstimulating, and thank you for that. I don't like a lot of the drill stuff or stuff that's just so loud for no reason other than to just overstimulate you. I really don't like that. And I liked the dialogue. Everybody like even if there were some where they didn't have any dialogue and they still kept you engaged with their story, and I really appreciated that. Sound, I gave you 23 out of 25. Scares, not as scary as the other haunts, but the effort was there with what they had to work with. I think they did well with hiding. There was a lot of like sheets and stuff, and you couldn't always see them. But I mean, as far as jump scares, I gave it a 3. Like they tried. They tried really hard to jump scare me, but I guess I'm just kind of desensitized to it a lot of times. So 20 out of 25 for that. Energy. It was just dripping with energy from everybody. And they were very entertaining actors. Not very scary, but very entertaining. And I will not dock the actor for stepping on my foot. I have big feet. They get in the way. It was dark. I was
It's
wearing
the
black
biggest mine.
shoes. I okay, I'm talking. I'm totally fine. I will not dock you for that. It's totally fine. Everybody embodied their character, and you could tell. My MBA was the nurse. Actors, I gave you 13 out of 15. Fun, absolutely. I loved it.
Yeah.
10 out of 10 for that. Fun, and my final score was 91.
What about your MVA? Did you say the nurse?
The nurse,
Oh,
yes.
okay. All right.
She was very fun. We could have left Justin there after he was admitted, but somehow he got out.
I volunteered to stay.
So my Berlin Tannery review, I want to go ahead and throw out here when I was making my weight tiers, wherever it was, for my video earlier. Berlin Tannery's not a AAA haunt. As I'm going through it, I'm like, I should not have ranked this like that. It's more of a passion project, family kind of zone, kind of haunt. Maybe a town haunt, I guess is a better way to put it, for lack of a better word, but it's not AAA. And I just want to get that established. So going into my review for Berlin Tannery, I gave the scenery a 20 out of 25. Aesthetics was a 2 out of 5. I also threw in here the drywall and the tarps along the walls. It was kind of phoned in, and it's okay. It felt more like a murder scene kind of ordeal, but the thing is, there was too much of that. It just really just felt a lot really phoned in. Theme, I had 5 out of 5. I did enjoy the whole ghost theme. I'm throwing it in here because that's kind of what it's really centered around. You got it's haunted allegedly, and through some sightings and such like that. Theme, 5 out of 5. Like I said, props, I have a 3 out of 5. There were some cool props. Nothing too fancy. Again, it was all just kind of thrown together. It looked like. Lighting, 5 out of 5. I love the use of black light with all the different colors, like the pretty blues, nice neon pinks, and caustic purple. By the way, caustic purple merch in the description of this video. Check out this design. I love it. Where is it? Continuity. I have a 4 out of 5. Oh, I put a 5 out of 5 because the continuity is there. It's straightforward. It's this type of haunt. So I had to throw that in there. Um Sounds, I have 21 out of 25. volume was a 3 out of 5, with themes being a 5 out of 5, because there's, I mean, you can't really go wrong with this kind of theme. You just either keep it quiet or you throw in some nice little screaming sounds or what have you. Actors, sounds, and atmosphere, I did put a 5 out of 5. The reason why I gave it such hot, like the perfect scores for both of those, is because you could hear the actors screaming from other rooms. It really sets a tone, and I could picture it. I heard it. I heard it in a separate room. I heard a actor responding to the actor in our room and such. Like they were talking back and forth even across rooms. So it kind of felt like it just kind of felt like a whole big orchestra of different sounds and such, which was great. But again, I mean, you're going to get that when a lot of that's just thrown together plastic and plywood and stuff. So you're going to you give what you can take. You can take what you can give. Whatever that saying is. I can't talk right now. Music, 3 out of 5. With scares, I have 18 out of 25. The effort was there, 5 out of 5. Masks and makeups, 3 out of 5. Phobias, I had a 2 out of 5. There wasn't many phobias other than, the dentist, the doctors, ghost, darkness, but it was kind of basic, and it's okay. Hiding, I have 4 out of 5, and jump scares, I have 4 out of 5. So I gave it a really kind of higher one there. It realized how rusty I was going first because of how many times they separated me from all of you guys to tell me to go first. I got jump scared quite a bit, and I kind of reacted to it because I realized I was rusty. Jenna's always going first, and I realized I'm not as desensitized as I once was. Regardless, hey, they did scare me, so I had to throw it in there. Actors, I had a 14 out of 15. Energy, 5 out of 5. Scary, 4 out of 5, and in a character, 5 out of 5. Actors were pretty young, and that's okay. I mean, I don't. As long as you have an occasional adult actor here and there, it's fine. And the young actors did okay. They did do their part. MVA, I'd have to say the 2 in the classroom that singled me out and were just nothing but teasing. I wouldn't say roasting, but I felt like they were kind of roasting me because they sent all of you guys in the room, and I'm like, am I gonna join them? When am I gonna join them? And he's like, close your eyes, go. And next thing you know, this lady comes up behind me, and they're both yelling at me in my face. Why are you smiling? I'm like, I'm happy to see you two. Why are you smiling? And I'm just like, can I please go with my friends? Why am I not with them yet? They really singled me out and roasted me, and that was fun. I enjoyed that, so that's why I had to throw them as my MVAs. Fun, yes, with that 10. My total score, it was an 83. But I did give them a +5 and bonus points to an 88. I like how we kind of pale in comparison here, Justin, you and Lynn, and Jenna and I. And the reason why I did give them that +5 was for interactivity, if that is a word, because holy hell, was this haunt interactive. There was never a point to where it was just single follow line, get through, scare, It seemed like every other room, we had to stop. We had to talk to the actors. We had to communicate. If you're a little antisocial, I don't think this is the haunt for you because you're going to be talking to some people.
This is not the haunt for you.
That is not a haunt for you. And it was surprising to me because usually when you are at a standstill, it usually means you already caught a group ahead of you. No, that wasn't the case. We were just at a standstill because the actors were delaying us, maybe because there's a group ahead of us or such, and which is needed, which is something I spoke about with Spooks on Spur. It is very essential to have actors to delay you. I'm sure the group was all the way far ahead of us, and their whole haunt is to just sit there in a room, make you feel uncomfortable, and talk to you. But other than that, I give it an 88 as a total score, 83 being the natural score, plus that 5 points making it 88, putting it at a great haunt. It's not up there with Realm, but it's definitely not down there with some of the others that I ranked.
Yeah, one thing I really liked about the Berlin Tannery was how when you walked into a room and it was bright and well lit, you were like, what's wrong?
Yeah.
I thought that was funny the other night because we come into one room with the little cage in it. You had to walk around it. And I'm like, it's normal lighting in here, guys. Something's wrong.
Yeah, it felt really weird. It
Yeah.
felt like as if I just walked into a house and it was totally fine. There was nothing else but Christmas lights going across. I'm
Then
like,
you get into the next room and it's just like, I wanna fucking kill you.
you're gonna die today. They got a little chainsaw buzzsaw right in your neck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Berlin
anyway,
Tannery.
merch links are in the description if when Gage remembers to put them in. Make sure you like the video here for our breakdown and discussion for the Berlin Tannery in Berlin, Wisconsin. If you've been to the Berlin Tannery, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe here to Is It Scary Wisconsin so you never miss a Wisconsin Haunted House review coming to the end of 2023 season. And stay tuned for our Haunt of the Year awards coming soon. I'm Justin, joined here tonight by my girlfriend Jenna and my best friend Gage, and we will see each and every one of you right here next time. But Gage, there's a question everybody wants to know the answer to.
They're gonna fireworks. The grand finale of the season. The awards are coming up. But the question is, what you want to hear is, get a little ASMR. Is it scary, Wisconsin?
Have
You
a
gonna
good night.
say it? Oh, okay, all right.